Mussy Abassi.
BBC Radio Leeds.
Well, a charity project that has fed hundreds of homeless people and launched in Bradford early this year is now expanding to Keighley with plans for Leeds. The InTouch Foundation started serving food out of a mobile kitchen in Bradford on New Year's Eve and has served thousands of hot meals since. Osman Gondall is the CEO of the Kitchen Soup and is in the studio with me now. Osman, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now tell me, where did you get the idea of this soup kitchen? Why did you feel that there was a need for one?
Well, I've worked with several charities before, one of them being Hidden Homeless Foundation.
Okay.
So I knew there was a problem that's needed to be addressed.
Okay.
Myself and a friend were walking to the mosque one morning, and we realised, as it got cold, it was one of them days where the weather had just changed, and we got talking about the homeless, and we thought, well, we need to really do something about this as a community. So, and this is where it started, on the 31st of October, should I say, and we wanted to do something different. It wasn't just about providing a meal, it was providing a whole service. A lot of people have to travel to get some food, and what we wanted to do was take the food to them, which is where the idea of the mobile soup kitchen came.
Okay. Now, you've got this idea, obviously it takes money, so, you know, having an idea is fantastic. Well, how did you manage to finance it?
Again, the way I try to work is look at...
So can I just ask you to put the mic in front? That's it.
There we go.
Great stuff, thank you. Now I can hear you better.
The way we work is, it's like a business.
Yeah.
We go out to people who have an interest in this type of organisation, which I went out to local businesses and the local community, so it's about engaging on both sides, as well as organisations. So one is there's a need for it. Two, where are we going to get the money? And that was local businesses, so it's to get the buy-in from those. It wasn't just about getting donations, it was about sponsorship and the buy-in. And the way we work is different to a lot of other organisations. What we're trying to do is take the money, which obviously we need to buy the food, but then we also ask the organisation and their staff members to come out and join us in distributing the food. And this is what makes us different, because this is why we've managed to expand so rapidly.
I suppose because you get the problem where people think, oh yeah, I'm giving this money to charity, how do I know it's going where it's supposed to be going? So you really address that question before they even ask it.
Yeah, well this is what it was all about. It wasn't just about money, it's about changing people's mindsets.
Yeah.
And everybody that's come and volunteered for us have loved it so much they've always come back.
It is a time of austerity. How easy has it been to prize the money out of businesses?
I think it's been quite easy, to be honest, because it's about the idea. And I think when you can persuade someone round, when they can see it for their own eyes, what I try and do is get people to come, before they even sponsor us, to come down and have a look at what we actually do. And when they see that with their own eyes, that's where the turning point is for them, and they're more than happy to sponsor us.
So what has the response been to your soup kitchens?
From our service users?
Yes, from your service users.
Service users, I've loved it. They actually call it a gourmet kitchen, because they do have, we have the starters, we have the main meal, and we have desserts, which several of our volunteers actually bring with them to hand out.
Oh, they provide it themselves out of their own pockets?
The desserts, yes, but the main meal we actually get done from a catering company.
So does your organisation make a profit then out of that, or is it just all...
we're completely a non-profit organisation. Everybody that works for us, including myself, we are all volunteers.
So how did you decide? I mean, I don't know where your soup kitchen is based.
It's based in city centres.
In city centres.
Yep.
So how did you decide that was the best place for you to be?
I went out and engaged with other organisations where these service users will be using their services, so to say. And they said a lot of the time they are in the city centres, and that would be the best place to locate the trailer, which is what our business model is really now. The charity model is to go out to the city centres where they don't have to walk a few miles to get some food. We take it to them and we give them that service.
Now how do you know though? I mean, it's a difficult time for a lot of people, isn't it? Money's tight. How do you know that the people all coming to you are actually homeless people and not somebody who's just thinking, well, you know, I'll save a few pennies tonight, now I won't bother making anything or buying anything, I'll just go down to the soup kitchen?
It's always a difficult one to manage. But as far as I'm concerned, and all my volunteers are concerned, we're there to provide a service, so it doesn't matter who you are. whether you're homeless, whether you're just on that poverty line, you're really struggling to feed yourself. And I can give you a couple of examples. We have several people that come week in, week out. Now, they've got a roof over their head, but unfortunately, due to austerity measures and a lot of welfare cuts, they can't afford to feed themselves. So we provide that service to them. And this is what it is about. This is what InTouch Foundation is about. It's about providing that service which other people don't provide.
Were you surprised at how successful you were?
Yes. But there's been a lot of hard work and effort that's gone into this, and that's really down to the volunteers. I mean, we couldn't move to the places that we couldn't be as successful as we have been without the commitment of the volunteers.
It's strange saying it's a success, isn't it? Because of the nature of what you do, which is providing food for people who can't afford to feed themselves. So, in a way, yes, you have been successful because your business is successful, but it's a sad thing that's what it's successful in that it's for people who can't feed themselves.
Well, I always try to look at the positive of things, and what we're trying to do is bring communities together and engage with businesses to bring them on board as well.
Yes.
Now, although it's a sad situation that we're actually having to provide this service, there's a need for the service, and the positive side of it is we've engaged with businesses, we've engaged with the local community. Everybody that's come on board is enjoying what they're doing, and they're also proud of what they've done, because just giving a meal, giving a hot cup of tea, and that listening ear to someone, that really has a profound impact on people, and it's changed people's perception of those that are on the streets.
So why have you felt the need to now expand to Keighley? Definitely, we know that you're expanding to Keighley, but also possibly to Leeds.
Correct. Look, this problem occurs in every single city. It doesn't matter how small the town, how large the city, whether you go to London, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, this problem exists in every single city. Now, they may be hidden, and we like to call them the hidden homeless, because that's what they are. So we've launched now in Keighley. We had our first day last Wednesday, which is a great success, in the sense that we've served about 40 meals on the first day, and I think that's only going to expand. Same thing happened in Bradford. The first day it was 40, and the maximum the highest we've managed to serve in one sitting is 120 people on one night.
That's a lot.
Now, we've done nearly 1,500 meals in 3 months.
That's a lot.
4,500 hot drinks. Now, that's a lot of food and a lot of hot drinks. But it's gone out to the people that actually need it. So Leeds, we're looking at coming on board, launching in Leeds as well. We're looking at businesses coming on board to help us sponsor the food. It doesn't cost much, and the cost is it costs £250 to feed the people that we are feeding.
Do you find a lot of people from the South Asian communities coming to you? Because generally speaking, you get a lot of them feeling are quite proud, don't want anybody to know that they can't afford, like most people, just like any other group of people, very proud, don't want anybody to know that they can't afford their next meal.
Well, we have a mix of communities coming to use our services, the South Asian community being one of them. But the way we work is, it's not them and us, it's all of us together.
Right.
So what we will do is we will eat with the service users as well. So it's not we're just stood behind this barrier, we're giving out the teas and we're better than you. No, we're all the same. So what we will do is we will have the meal with them. I can give you an example.
Just sit down and have a meal then?
No, unfortunately we don't have those
got quite
facilities.
To that stage where tables and chairs.
We don't have the facilities in place, but I mean, I can give you an example of a gentleman that did come to the trailer. He found out about the services that we offered, and you could tell that clearly he was hungry.
Yeah.
But I think pride did come into it. He didn't want to go and stand in queue to get the food.
Right.
So what one of my volunteers did was say to him that, look, I'm hungry as well. Let's both go and get some food together and let's eat together. At which point he changed his mind and came and joined us for food.
Right.
So this is what it's about. It's not them and us, it's all of us together.
So trying to recognise that, I suppose, as workers, as people who are involved in that project, you need to have an insight into how, be able to see what's going on behind the scenes, if you like, with people, with individuals, to pick that up.
Yeah, it's always difficult. It is always difficult. I mean, my background is completely different to the work that I'm doing currently. But I think it's a natural instinct when you're out on the streets and you're working with people, you tend to pick up, and sometimes a lot of them are just there just for a conversation, because they don't get that opportunity to talk to anybody else.
Right.
So we have volunteers that are serving the food, but we also have volunteers that are out talking and conversing with the service users, and that makes a big difference.
Now, you've got the opportunity today, Osman, to get people on board with you. If one of our listeners listening today, or somebody listening today, wants to help out with the work that you do, how do they do that?
Well, they can visit our website, which is www.intouchfoundation.co.uk, or they can go onto Facebook page, which is InTouch Foundation and then capital UK. Now, we try and update that regularly. To sponsor the food, it only costs £250, and we'll feed 100 people plus.
Wow, that's a lot of people to feed with a 250.
With only £250.
Yeah, that's not a lot of money.
But we're not just, like I said earlier on, it's not just about the money. What I'd like you to do is come on board and come and help us serve the food.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be the best advocates for this. You're the ones that are going to go out and tell other people about the project. And this is how we've managed to expand. And this is how we've expanded to Keighley. If somebody saw my Facebook post and thought, you know what, this is something I want to get involved in. And they're only a young group of lads. I mean, probably average age of about 20. But they've come on board. They've got the sponsorships in place. And we've already done the first day, and that was within 4 weeks of them deciding they wanted to do something. So likewise in Keighley as well, in Leeds, we're looking at people coming on board.
Okay.
We do want to expand into Leeds. So if you're a business, if you're an individual, if you just want to get involved, if you want to make a difference to somebody's life in quite a simple way, even if it is just a conversation with someone, go online, www.intouchfoundation.co.uk, and send me an email and I will respond back to you.
Thank you very much. That's Osman Gondall, who is the CEO of the InTouch Foundation, talking to me. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.